with the Houston Texans. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Go to Indy. Bring it. Bring it.
Jackson on first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Take over at the 29-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 29-yard line.
This is it. 19. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
And a first carry now for Hyde. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
To throw is Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Got some room at the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, come on. All day.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Check pass. Check pass.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take it down shy of the 45. Able to pick up a dozen yards on the keeper, but now it's 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Reset. 19. 48 mark. So don't say nothing.
On 1st down, Hyde. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Watson off play action. Looking sideline, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson steps away. He may try it. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From just shy of midfield, Jackson flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. Room here to run. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 28 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let him under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here 1st half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for two, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check 3, check 3.
Back to throw, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And this is caught by Fells, right side. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Going deep here for Stills. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Rolling to his right, and seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. To throw again on second down. Watson, 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 73 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And some room to work. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 79 yards. As his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He's got Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
And the Texans first down.
Now a first down throw. Watson got an open man. It's QT. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the red zone now, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. from 19 yards away. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Jackson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
He's brought down by Jaleel Adai. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
I got it.
Jackson eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Willie Snead there to make the grab, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. From the gun, it's Jackson. Out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for two or go for one?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by one.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Watson. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now it's Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Brian Anger now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Thomas. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
And they will take a knee here.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one.
Today's final score, Texans 21, Ravens 20.